Against the Storm is a city building game that recognizes the truth about its genre. The best part of city builders like Anno are the first 3 hours, before you're crushed by the economic balancing. So why not give you a bunch of those first hours? The progression through the game is pretty simple. You're on a hexagonal grid-based map, and you can progress a certain distance to build a new city, and from that city progress again. Your ultimate goal is to activate multiple shards across the map to stop the world's perpetual severe storms, meaning you'll need to make a tango line of connected cities to get there. But should you take too long, the storm will wipe away your settlements, and you're back to square one. It's an addicting roguelike premise, as progression across the map earns permanent resources to buff your cities, and completing cities gives XP to unlock more of those bonuses. The biomes and difficulty also increase the further out you go, making the world map a perpetual fight for attrition against the inevitable storm. But the actual gameplay here is its city management, which draws a ton from economic games like Anno and village management from things like Settlers. Basically, you'll be plopped in a hostile forest with a diverse group of villagers, all of whom have different needs and wants. Your objectives to win a map can be done in a combination of two ways: appease your villagers so they earn you progression toward victory, or complete randomized objectives that are often things like producing and delivering a specific good or making certain buildings, which is important because the longer you're on the map, not only does the world increase in its hostility, but if the queen's meter fills up, she will straight up destroy your village. The fun comes from the roguelite element with the randomization of buildings. While you have persistent blueprints, such as houses, woodcutters, and upgrade shacks, higher tier buildings are given when you meet certain objectives on your way to victory and are presented in that roguelike fashion of randomness. You'll need to learn which buildings to prioritize based on your overall goals, appeasing your villagers, and your biome. Balancing all this while exploring dangerous glades through expansion is the core experience. Speaking of glades, as you lop down the forest, you'll encounter random challenges that have a time limit to complete. These often have multiple choices in which to approach them, and while ignoring them will massively hurt your village, finishing them can give significant boosts for those who play risky. The hook is that most maps, even harder ones, usually can be completed in around an hour. Then you pack up and do it again with the next place. The aforementioned shards are a great challenge and serve as pseudo boss fights for your village, as well as the game having daily challenges to earn more progression currency. And that's Against the Storm, a roguelike city builder where you build a lot of cities only to have the storms take them away. As you know, I rate games here on a 3-point scale: must play, maybe consider, and don't bother. And Against the Storm is an extremely addicting micromanagement and macromanagement simulator that pulls all the best parts of city building and smashes it with progression and randomness of a roguelike. And somehow it works. I was honestly kind of shocked at how well those two genres fuse, and how much fun I was having building beaver pubs again and again. If you have any affinity for city builders, you should absolutely be playing Against the Storm, as it's everything I love about the genre distilled into 1-hour sessions.